This week on the Spotlight, we talked to one of the newer White Sox, pitcher Chris Beck, and we flash back to Carlton Fisk, one of the greatest catchers in Major League history. We also flash back to Dustin Hermanson, who was a great relief pitcher for a short span of time for the White Sox, but Jack McDowell was a great starting pitcher for the White Sox this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. It's the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Great repairs at 108th and Kedzie. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to Sheffield's. I'm back doing trivia. Wednesday, September 21st is a good day to mark down. 7:30 p.m. in Dyer. Great food, great drink, great people, great fun. See you at Sheffield's. You've got to get to the Sock. Live Benkowski Trivia. Alternate Thursdays, 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. See you there. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to Lulu's because they've got it all. Italian beef, hot dogs, burgers, chicken, gyros, fish, salads, subs, ribs, and a lot more. At Taylor and Ogden, 2200 West, you got to check out Lulu's. They got everything. Snappers Seafood and Chicken has come to Chicago, and what an extensive menu. Tilapia, perch, catfish, shrimp, conch from the Miami Connection, it's so fresh, crab, Philly steak, and they also have grilled foods at 115th and Western. A massive menu. I've just touched on some of it. Oysters, you name it. You got to get the Snappers at 115th and Western. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. We're back on the Spotlight talking White Sox baseball as the season winds down. You'll look for young players out of your organization who might be able to help you down the road. One of those guys could be Chris Beck, a versatile pitcher. He can start or relieve, but it seems like, at least for the short term, relief will be his thing. He recently came up with a new pitch, which he'll tell us about, and he seems excited, and he should be, as the young 20-somethings try to find their place in the White Sox bullpen. And it seems like a guy who could be around for a while. Let him tell you his story. So we're into the final month, and players are getting their shots, and just want to talk to you about being with the Major League club and kind of getting a chance to showcase your skills.
It's just an honor to be here, to be with the guys in the bullpen, David Robertson, Nate Jones, Matt Albers, Dan Jennings, all the guys have been around the block, and it's nice to, to learn from them, to, kind of pick their brains, and to be in an opportunity-filled environment. I know, sometimes the ball doesn't go the way you want to, but anytime your opportunity, you're given an opportunity, your name's called, you just got to be ready to go.
Can you talk a little bit about your minor league season and how it's set up for you to be here?
Well, originally I was a starter at the beginning of the year. I took a line drive off my elbow, went to the DL. They decided to move me to the bullpen, did some work there, added a new pitch, and the results kind of took off fairly quickly.
Can you tell us that pitch?
Splitter,
Okay.
split finger fastball. So just went from there and, just kept my head down and, just kept trying to, do the best I can with the opportunities I was given in AAA. And, luckily, they found enough faith in me to call me up once earlier this year in Boston, and then again in Miami. So
You find yourself going to that pitch on 2 strikes?
most of the time, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember famous split finger people before you? I mean, had you ever dabbled with it? What was the motivation to go with it this year?
I really honestly don't know. I think one of the pitching coordinator, Kurt Hassler, we just thought it was a good pitch for a reliever to have, kind of like a power out pitch. And it was funny too because Raleigh Fingers actually came to Charlotte maybe like a week before it happened, and we talked to him a little bit about his slider and stuff, and just picked some stuff from that, and then we went to it, and me and another guy in AAA, Blake Smith, he started throwing one as well. He's seen some results from it. We just picked each other's brain, tried to, and then Miguel Gonzalez, he throws one as a starter, so I tried to just listen to him, just take some advice from it, to each his own with that pitch. But I really just tried to buy into it and make it as best as it can be.
Well, anytime you can make the hitter think about one more thing, that's to your advantage, right?
Absolutely, definitely. Just coming in, throwing strikes with everything. With the 2 pitches or 4 pitches, luckily for me, it was 3. So,
tell a little bit of our viewers about your early days in baseball, where you lived, and maybe players that you looked up to.
I grew up in a really small town in Jefferson, Georgia. So of course, Chipper Jones, Greg Maddux, John Smoltz, Tom Glavine, and it was Braves country for sure. Did the whole dad and grandpa thing, played, they coached me all the way up. Went to college in Georgia, Georgia Southern and South Georgia, and got to branch out a little bit, and luckily it's all led to here. So,
what was the point where you realized you had the skill level that you had a shot at Major League Baseball?
Honestly, I didn't even pay attention to really anything until my junior year, of college, until the realization that professional baseball was an idea, and I really didn't pay attention to the numbers, rankings, whatever you want to call it. I just really enjoyed playing, and luckily, just taking that enjoyment out of it just got me here.
So you had an academic major? You were going to be an accountant or something?
Business. If you want to call it business, it was my major, but baseball was my major essentially in college. But luckily, I put all my eggs kind of in one basket, and right now it looks like it's paying off.
And talk about getting drafted and maybe your first 1 or 2 minor league stops.
I got drafted in 2012. Professional baseball is a dream, and then I went to Great Falls, Montana.
Tough bus rides out there, huh?
Yeah, the travel wasn't the best, and there was a couple times I'm like, man, this is professional baseball. This is not what I thought it was. But no, it makes you respect the game. It makes you really appreciate what you have here in the major leagues, and you look back on those tough days that you're having. You're like, man, I could be back in rookie ball or A ball, and I think keeping those in the back of your mind really keeps you motivated, even when you get into, later September, October playing baseball.
So from here on out, you're ready for a call, probably anywhere after about the 4th inning, and
if they want to, hopefully that doesn't happen, that it comes before then. But whenever they're ready to, to call my name, whatever opportunity, situation, whatever, I'll be ready to go for sure.
We'll have more of Chris Beck next week here on the Spotlight. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist. Desplaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furlan, DDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. You've got to get to the Wise Owl. Besides pizzas, pork sliders, Cuban, carrot soup, elote, and burgers, a Be on TV opportunity to be on my show Sunday, September 11th at noon. We're taping football fans. Get the Van Buren and race scene. It'll be cool. It'll be fun. You can be on this very show. So get to the Wise Owl. And now we're back in the spotlight. And who better to talk to as a spokesman for the White Sox than the ageless Carlton Fisk? He talks about a variety of subjects, including answering the most interesting rhetorical question about the White Sox and when their pennant race actually gets started.
Opening day, actually. You know, they say every game you win in the first half is one game that you don't have to worry about winning in the second half. But people don't really call it a pennant race until there isn't many games left and there's a dogfight at the end. So it only becomes a pennant race when every win and every loss is pretty visible.
Pudge was then asked to account for some of the outrageous offensive numbers he's put up against the team that let him go in 1981, the Boston Red Sox.
You'd asked me 2 weeks ago, I'd say, geez, I'm never going to get another hit before the year's over. But I don't know. Couldn't happen to a better team, though.
All kidding aside about the Red Sox, though, Pudge was asked about the resurgence of the White Sox pitchers. For example, McDowell after giving up the initial home run on Sunday. Then Garcia after the home run on Monday.
Well, when we talk about a pennant race, the pennant race is usually a pennant race if your pitchers pitch well. You don't win many pennants with offense. Offense, obviously, you have to score some runs in order to win, but
Pudge, when you were on first place teams like in 75 or 83, there was a feeling around the clubhouse of confidence. You knew you were going to pull games out. I'm wondering if you're in any way getting that feeling with this ball club.
Well, this is a much different ball club than we had in 83 or 85. You know, we just can't go out there and have one guy put 3 points on the board quick. You know, we've got a couple guys that can do it when they're swinging well, but that 83 team, we had 4 or 5 guys that could just pound the ball, and as the teams with the Red Sox do, they got guys that can pound the ball, and so we're not going to overpower anybody. We're just going to keep scoring runs, hopefully.
But what about the pressure on your pitching staff?
Well, if we can score 7 runs a game, that takes a lot of the pressure off the pitching staff. But the pitchers know they have to pitch well, and what else do they go out there for? They don't go out there to pitch lousy or give up 5 or 6 runs and see how many runs your offense can score. So the pitchers have pitched well basically all year. Our offense was in a funk for about 6 or 7 weeks, but it looks like some guys are starting to swing the bat pretty well, and hopefully the runs will be there.
After game 1, you told us it would take a while to adjust to this new park. Have you?
It's been a slow, deliberate adjustment, I think, but I think guys are becoming more familiar with with the ballpark, with the fences, and with the grass, and especially with the clubhouse. Sometimes you wonder whether this is the baseball clubhouse. It looks more like country club locker room, but that's nice.
And we're kind of just playing locally, which is San Diego, LA right now, while we're recording a new record. So I'm not so sure when we're going to get out to the Midwest again, but if the situation presents itself before the new record's out, then we'll probably pop out, but we'll see.
Name a venue or two that you like the size of, or the intimacy of, or the way it felt in Chicagoland.
Probably the funnest show. Well, there's been two shows that over this last year that I've had a blast at, and was the first time when we played Lounge Acts, and it was jam-packed. Was an extremely fun, energetic show, and probably the next best show was the show at Cabaret Metro. We opened up for Phantom Planet, and it was jam-packed, bunch of kids. It was great atmosphere, and it was just great coming home in front of Chicago people and having that kind of energy. It was just a really fun show.
I know that you hate to pigeonhole yourself, but what adjectives would you use to describe your style of music?
It's rock and roll. It's 2 guitars, bass, and drums. It kind of covers it all.
Okay. And any advice to young musicians out there who are getting their wings in high school, so to speak, and how to get established and rolling like you guys are?
Just broaden your horizons. If you listen to one thing, that's what's going to come out of you. But when you listen to all different types of music, you're going to be able to develop your own tastes and find some stuff that can really help you along the way.
See, you think you can talk management into doing a concert at Comiskey Park?
I don't know. It might be a little too big a venue for this band right now, so we'll see.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous Grade of Cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock Live Minkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to the Irish Legend. Great food, great drink, the outdoor patio, and the great staff. Open at 11 a.m. daily. Easy to reach at 8933 South Archer in Willow Springs, right across from the ballroom. It's a great place with great people. Check out the Irish Legend. We're back on the spotlight. I've covered this team since 1977 and been a fan longer than I hate to admit. And I have never seen a start like this for the Chicago White Sox. Dustin, I'd like to see if you could compare this to any of your other successful baseball experiences, pro or otherwise, and when your team just got off flying out of the gate.
Maybe high school. We did pretty good, but we're just here having fun. We're just trying to take care of business every night. We're not worrying about getting too caught up on our record because it's a long way to go. So we're enjoying the moment, but we're not satisfied. We're coming every night prepared to play, and whatever happens, happens.
That's certainly the right attitude. It seems like Ozzie has everybody on the same page, people willing to do whatever role is presented to them. And speaking of roles, I was really intrigued to see that you had both the starter and closer role last year. I mean, that doesn't get any more different than that. I guess if you could do that, you can do about anything.
Oh yeah, I really don't care what I'm doing, man. As long as I'm on a good team, we're winning games, and we're having a blast over here. This is some of the most fun I've had on any team, and to me, that's all that's important, man. I mean, I'm just here trying to be a kid, you know, just be a kid and play baseball. So it's important just to have fun. And that's why we're playing good.
Do you have any contacts in this organization or play with any of the guys that you're currently playing with in past stops?
Not too many. You know, Chris Widger, myself, Jermaine Dye, and Konerko played in the fall league together. So yeah, I mean, I know a couple people over here, but
It's over there.
yeah, AJ with San Fran. But it's you know, now I feel like it feels like a whole family now. It feels like I've been with these guys for a long time.
Is there much of a transition as a quote National League pitcher versus American League pitcher? Besides just relearning the hitters, is there a difference in style in the way you pitch?
No, I mean, I'm not changing my style. I mean, coming from one place to another. Getting people out is getting people out. Doesn't matter if you're starting, closing, or leaving, whatever, man. I mean, getting people out, it's bottom line. You got to get them out somehow.
When a starter goes, I don't know, 16, 17, 18 batters in a row, you know, it seems like people don't sit around them. They don't want to talk to them. Is it the same kind of jinx factor where no one's supposed to talk to you about ERA or things of that nature at this point in time?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't hear the question.
So it is a jinx. Okay, forget I brought that up. Next question. I know it's early in the year, but are there habits or trends that you see with this team that you say, well, if we do those particular elements, you know, we're going to be there in October?
Yeah, we have the habit of having fun, and I think as long as we keep that habit, we're going to be fine. Everybody hangs out here together. We're brothers. Just from back. I think as long as we keep doing that, you know, everything's going to take itself out on the field.
You don't hear about that much in modern day Major League Baseball. I mean, even in the amount of time I've been reporting, you hear about teams, you know, 25 players, 25 cabs. This is truly a closer knit team than Major League teams you've seen?
Oh yeah, well you should hear it more. You know, I mean, you know, guys should hang out together. That's how you become a family. I mean, we spend a lot of time together for 8 months, and if you're not a close knit group, there's no way you can succeed. And you know, we're not doing it because we have to. We're doing it because we want to. It's fun. I mean, these guys are it's a good group of personalities, and you know, I think they put a really good thing here together.
To wrap up, I saw you with the guitar going on the last road trip. Any other musicians on your club?
You know, I'm not sure. I think Paul's picked up the guitar, but
Singers?
I don't think anybody else. I think Willie likes to sing.
I was gonna say, I thought
Willie likes to sing, but yeah, I don't think we're. There's not a whole lot of instrumental people over here. They take care of it with the bat, so.
Well, if the season continues successful, you might have to make a little musical video before it's
I
over.
doubt that, but I'll still pitch for you.
Okay, appreciate it. You've got to get to Jack's, 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. My game show at Oliver's gets better and better. At 6100 West 159th Street in Oak Forest. Live trivia, alternate Thursdays at 7 p.m. Have great food, great drink, and great trivia at Oliver's. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. You've got to get to Del Sur Mexican Restaurant, open for lunch and dinner daily. Shrimp, tilapia, salmon, steak, chicken dishes, you name it. It's all there at 46th and Halsted. Great stuff at Del Sur Mexican Restaurant. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. Dan Hampton, Hall of Famer, being cool with the fans at Bears Fest. I was there when he came to the Bears in '79, and in 1982 I did a television show with him. Didn't I just see you emceeing something on TV?
Benkowski?
Yeah, you got it.
How are you, buddy?
Good to see you again.
Shake my hand. I haven't seen you in a while.
You said it.
but
No, start again.
you're everywhere. I just saw you emceeing something on TV.
emceeing something. No, actually, that was a March of Dimes deal. You know, they call it lifetime achievement. I think what they think is the next thing is you're going to fall over dead.
Well,
I got news for them. I'm not ready.
Well, you're piling up the hardware, and it
Everybody's
couldn't.
been wonderful. You know, and I was just telling Rich King outside, I said, you know, the last year, you know, I was elected in, you know, early February, and the last year has flown by. But the most gratifying part about it has been that all the people that I see in the grocery stores and you know, at the bank, oh, congratulate! They're so happy.
Yeah.
And you know,
Celebrating with you.
And I always had this resignation that if I made it, great. If I didn't, that's great too. The sun comes up, we go on. But I tell you what, I take great pride in the fact that so many people have really taken a personal interest, and that's it warms me. And I don't think that it's, you know, my pants either.
And it's the kind of people who were on the Southwest Side back in 1982 when you were wearing the pig head on the Dennis Lick show on television.
The hog hat.
That's right.
Yeah, and like Lou Holtz said, you know, when you played for the Razorbacks, it's not so much that you wear it, it's that you think it's a natural thing to do so that bugs the hell out of people.
Hey, we'll get a quick question for you about the Bears quarterback situation. A lot of people think it's a high priority, including me. Should they draft or go veteran?
You know what? You know, there's an old saying, put up or shut up. I think it's time we put up and shut up. Whatever we have to do to get Carson Palmer, keep Jim Miller. If he can play 5 games, great. If he can play 15, great. If he can play 5 years, that's super. But get Carson Palmer. We're in a position where we hopefully will never have the 4th pick again. I mean, if I'm a general manager, I'm thinking, how do I do something that puts me in a position where I'm never here again? Well, you get him, you'll never have another 4 and 12, another 6 and 10. He's a winner. He's another Elway. By God, we need him.
You ought to work in the front office.
Call me.
Thanks. Who do you find a particularly good source for giving a calm post-game talk about, you know, you could do this, you could do that?
Your teammates, because they see you day in, day out. You know, fans see you when you're at home, or, you know, other players see you when you're in town, but your teammates see you every day. And, you know, they might have hint something to you or tell you, like, one single thing, and it might just take off.
Would it be more likely to be fellow pitchers, or did you ever get a tip from a Sox hitter, and if so, who was that?
Everybody. I think I got tips from everybody last year. Of course, your catcher sees you, you know, from the best angle. But then as a hitter might come to you talking as a hitter, not a teammate, and saying, look, I saw this or I saw that, and, you know, can only help you.
How about video? Are you big on that? Do you look at your mechanics? Do you watch, you know, if you're tipping off a pitch here and there? It seems to be the modern era of pitching analysis.
It is. I mean, like I said, your hitters will tell you if you're tipping something, because that's what they're out there looking for. But as video, I mean, mechanics-wise, you know, you're in the major leagues. If you do something wrong, you should be able to correct it. You should be able to know by feel and maybe see where a pitch or a ball goes. But if it's real off base, then yeah, I'll go to the mechanics and I'll go watch the film and see where I'm at.
What would be a number of wins that would please you in 2003?
Every start I go out there, I'm trying to win. So, you know, hopefully the guy...
33 then?
However many starts I get.
You've been watching the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Perfect Pitch located at 108th and Kedzie. Great repairs, great people. Lansing Floral, 708-474-1212.
Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch, very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.